Rapper M.I.A. is ready to take it all the way there with Beyonce, and it looks like she is done staying silent about the Carters and how they have been running things in the industry. If there is one person who knows firsthand how it is to get caught up with Beyonce, because she almost lost everything in the process. So what exactly does she have to say about Beyonce and her situation with Diddy? There's a lot to say here, so let's break it down. Now, it's not surprising to learn about Beyonce's alleged connection with Diddy because it was right there for everyone to see. I mean, her husband Jay-Z and Diddy were best friends for many years, and there have been rumors for a long time that Jay-Z is just as bad as Diddy, if not worse. However, Beyonce's relationship with Diddy goes deeper than his relationship with Jay-Z, because from the looks of it, she and Diddy were really tight back in the day before things came crashing down for him. For example, Freddie P recently revealed in an interview that Diddy once made him and some other bad boy artists walk 4 hours to a particular bakery because Beyonce wanted a cheesecake from that particular bakery and nowhere else.
Okay, fun fact a lot of people don't know. That cheesecake we went and got was for Beyonce. She was upstairs the whole time. What we was talking about again? Hold on. Yeah, that's a fun fact. People don't know. People like, y'all walked and got a cheesecake. It was for Beyonce. I'll do it again. But yeah, because at first he was like, I want some cheesecake. But we took all night to do the process, right? So when we got back, it was like 4 or 5 in the morning. And me and Dallon got back first. Let me tell you how green he is. So I'm the type of nigga. I listen to everything you say as if it's a contract. So if you say, walk to the store, or walk to get me some cheesecake, I'll walk to get you some cheesecake, but I'm not walking back. And that's just what me and Dallon did. And they like, why y'all, you know, they hot. Like, y'all cheating. And we like, he told us to walk. He didn't tell us to walk back. So we already in the hotel like 3 hours before they got there. When they said they was coming, we went and met him in front of the building. And you know the first thing that nigga said out of his mouth? That nigga said, he said, we got the cheesecake. He was like, I want that shit, take that shit upstairs for Beyonce. Then he said, they was like, yeah, man, we want to tell you, Fred and Dallon, they ain't walk back. You know, trying to be on some snitching shit. He's like, I ain't tell you niggas to walk back. I ain't tell you niggas to walk back. Y'all walk back? Like, yeah, I'm like, another thing what people don't understand, if you go back and look at the episode, it's an episode where he out there in the front and he cussing everybody else out. He told us to walk for the cheesecake. And he like, man, move it. Keep it moving, money. Like, if y'all ain't with it, woo, 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 woo. He like, if y'all don't like what I say, keep it moving. Fight that. Go back and look at that scene. Not trying to sound like nobody. As he said that, I heard him talking. I'm that type of anyway, everybody know me. I don't let you rap to me. So as he was talking, I walked off. I'm shot up the block. Go back and look at the scene. I'm the only one not in that bitch. I'm in it at first as the editing going on because they got me when I was talking to Ness. But when he came down, I'm no longer in them shots because I had done walked off. So I get to the end of the thing. He like, y'all can go home. Y'all can get, he said, y'all don't, he was like, y'all don't like what I was saying.
By this time, we've all figured out that Diddy doesn't respect his artists in any way possible, and that he treated them worse than we can ever imagine. But still, you don't make your artist walk for 4 hours to get a cheesecake unless you're on really good terms with the person who wants to eat the cheesecake. But that's not all, because there were also rumors of Beyonce at Diddy's parties. Now, I know that there was a whole lot of frenzy after Diddy got exposed, where there were rumors of half the celebs in Hollywood being at his freak-offs. But in Beyonce's case, there were rumors of her at Diddy's freak-offs before Diddy got exposed, with DaBaby even claiming that Beyonce tried to put moves on him at the freak-off. I mean, sure, he didn't use the word freak-off, but from the way he described it, it seemed pretty freak-offish.
Beyonce, I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib. Like the influx of people, he had put them out, but he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Me and maybe about 15 others.
Right.
Jay-Z and Beyonce being, 2 of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put into perspective of the type of company I was in at the moment, And she came over and introduced herself to me like as if she had to.
Right.
Beyonce, cut it out. But I'm a big fan of your work, you know what I'm saying? Whoop de whoop, and that was just dope. That was dope as hell to me, man. That was, That was dope. That was super dope.
But that's not all, because there were even reports of Beyonce being caught on tape at Diddy's parties doing stuff, if you know what I mean.
I also was just recently contacted by someone who wanted me to essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes. So, which I declined that because...
Wait a minute, say that again. Say that again, back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is
yes,
new.
there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of, and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became a public knowledge.
I've heard this before, so like a catch and
Correct.
Wow. Can you, and I guess you can't reveal the person who is on
No, I
tape.
can't explain who the person was, but Mr.
High profile?
Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
Really? Really? And you've seen it?
I've seen stills of the video.
Okay.
So
you can verify
that it exists, that it's real, that the other person in the video is very visible. It's no question if it's that person in the video. And I can tell the video was in nature.
Oh my, all right. So we know that he videotaped a lot of activities at his home, did he? And it sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes, this was actually in his Atlanta home, at a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video, so it's, to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. It doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotaping, like they're being surreptitiously recorded it.
That was interesting because a few months before that, Jaguar Wright had made a bold claim about how there was allegedly a video of Beyonce floating around.
Because the Diddy. Ooh! Diddy done turned over tapes. Allegedly, with the Carters, in some freak off, and the Beyonce, how on the and the tapes had G's all over it. Hold on.
So yeah, Beyonce and Diddy go way back, and they seem to have more in common than Jay-Z, which is why it isn't exactly shocking that fans are convinced that M.I.A. is accusing her of being connected with Diddy. And speaking of M.I.A., this isn't the first time that she is speaking out against the Carters, because in February of this year, she accused Jay-Z of allegedly being in cahoots with the Bronfman family. M.I.A. made some jaw-dropping accusations, claiming that Jay-Z is tangled up with the notorious Bronfman family and has allegedly played a role in their shady dealings. She even went as far as to say he helped them steal her child from her. Why? Because according to her, she refused to play nice with him and his equally controversial bestie, Diddy. Yes, she called out two of hip-hop's biggest moguls in one breath. Messy. Now, if you're sitting here wondering who the Bronfmans are, let me give you the quick rundown. The Bronfman family is ridiculously wealthy, with a combined network that's reportedly north of $30 billion. But their riches come with a truckload of drama and scandal. Over the years, they've been tied to some seriously questionable activities, including cults, shady financial schemes, and illicit rings that we can't even fully unpack here without running out of time. Oh, and let's not forget the darker accusations. Rumors have long swirled about the Bronfmans being connected to operations, not the kind of connections you'd want your name associated with. And if that wasn't bad enough, Diddy has been caught up in similar accusations, which only makes M.I.A.'s claims about Jay-Z's involvement sound even messier. So what exactly was Jay-Z doing cozying up with a family as messy as the Bronfmans? Well, according to M.I.A., Jay-Z wasn't just hanging out. He was allegedly taking money from the Bronfmans to help them in their attempt to take her child away from her. Yep, you heard that right. She's saying Jay-Z got paid to assist in some seriously shady business. Here's the backstory. M.I.A. was in a long-term relationship with Benjamin Bronfman, a member of the wealthy and controversial Bronfman dynasty. They were engaged, had a son together, and seemed like they were on a solid path for a while. But as it often goes, the romance fizzled out and they ended up going their separate ways. That's when things reportedly started to spiral. M.I.A. has been vocal about the challenges she faced after the breakup, especially regarding custody issues over their son. And now she's claiming that Jay-Z, who has been known to rub elbows with the elite, was somehow roped into this drama. According to her, he wasn't just a bystander. He was actively working with the Bronfmans to help them gain the upper hand, all because she wouldn't play along with whatever dynamics were happening behind the scenes. According to M.I.A, she has been silent for a while, but she is done being silent. She tweeted, "My first custody battle was in 2013. My child was 4. I was managed by Jay-Z, who ultimately was paid by Bronfmans." And as if that wasn't bad enough, she claimed that Jay-Z completely distanced himself from her after that. She tweeted, "The day I was served for my child, Roc Nation stopped all communication with me, and all my emails to Jay-Z asking for help was wiped from my inbox. My home was broken into and every laptop was taken. I was trapped in Brooklyn on an order served that restricted me from leaving Brooklyn for 15 years. Beyonce and Roc Nation have been accused of setting up artists because so many allegations have been made against them. So M.I.A.'s allegations didn't really surprise people who have heard all about the rumors. For example, y'all remember when Beyonce's former drummer came out to accuse Beyonce of some seriously shady stuff? After coming forward to talk about what Beyonce's really like behind the scenes, the drummer mysteriously went quiet, almost like she was silent. According to the drummer, whose name is Kimberly Thompson, Beyonce allegedly dabbles in the occult. She spoke to the Daily Beast, and the interviewer said she claims that for some reason, B has started a campaign of against her that includes extreme witchcraft, dark magic, and magic spells of sex. She also claims the Lemonade star her kitten. Thompson believes Beyonce has been tapping her phones and controlling her finances. It's unclear why Thompson believes the singer is allegedly doing all this to her, but she is adamant it all stems from B. Kimberly also went live on Instagram to speak on Beyonce.
The entire time, this person was casting spells and manipulating me and controlling my job situations, my relationships, all just a very wicked tactic to just keep me down and keep me under some type of control.
So it goes without saying that M.I.A is not a fan of Beyonce and her husband, and she recently went off on Beyonce for controlling the industry and forcing other artists to bow to her and pay homage to her. Adele recently praised Beyonce and credited her with being an inspiration. And girl, when I tell you that it set M.I.A off, she goes on a long rant pointing out how weird it was that everybody in the industry seemed to worship Beyonce and praise her while ignoring artists like M.I.A who were the real people putting in the effort.
But I find it difficult that when people make it, they always turn around and thank Beyonce, because that's bullshit. And enough is enough. I'm coming for everyone now, because no, the success of all that always stems from God motivating me to get the fuck up out of bed and write some songs. And then it changed so many people's destinies, and all these people are multi-millionaires, really successful. Even, you know, Azealia Banks could be talking about how I need to bleach my skin to be accepted in the music world, and that's why no one's supporting me, is because I'm dark skinned. Can off, because even her music career started with Diplo, who I put on the map. So all of them, all these, and even Adele, it's like for this, because she's retired now, but her career would not exist if I hadn't made Jonathan Dickens into a manager, who is her manager. She signed to XL because of me. Nick Huggett was my A&R who signed her. And this, when she gets an award, she thanks Beyonce. And I'm sick and tired of all of these women who don't want to give respect to me because I'm a brown woman in music.
If you've been on social media in the past couple of weeks, then you know that there has been a lot of conversation about how weird it is that all the artists seem to always thank Beyonce, and how it's creepy AF, so M.I.A.'s rant didn't come out of nowhere. But she had people feeling all sorts of ways with her comments, and they commented, M.I.A. doesn't get recognized because she's crazy. If anyone is a devil-worshipping witch, etc., etc., it would be her with the nonsensical rants and tirades she goes on. The reason why they thank Beyonce is because she's one of the highest witches in the industry. They have to, otherwise they'll pay the consequences later, and they know this. And she's lost her mind. Does she not remember how complicit she was in all of this stuff she's alleging? She's just mad because she had a baby with Jay-Z's friend and he's keeping their son from her. Every time things don't go their way, it's let's blame black people, girl miss me. But do y'all think that M.I.A. has a point here, or do y'all think that she's doing too much? Drop your thoughts in the comments and then check out this next video.